Good morning. Hope you're well. This is 𝘾𝑼𝙍𝑃, and allow me to take you through a program here that is looking at your circulation health. So what is this about? It's really about addressing the issue of your circulation health in terms of heart attacks, the blockages of blood flow to the heart muscles. And the heart muscles is important for making sure that the circulation of oxygen reaches every part of your body. And the symptoms could be tightening of the circulation of the heart and constricted use of the heart in terms of oxygen reaching every part of the body. And some people experience a lot of pain and discomfort when it comes to the upper body. So the risk issue for every person who's above 40, it's either you are smoking, and at times you're finding that the smoking affects the circulation of the blood. Then you need heart healthy food that even omega-3s that are good for making sure that you're not developing a problem or two. Then we can manage stress and improve the quality of our sleep so that we can also take good care of the heart. If I ask you, when was the last time you serviced your heart? And for most people, they can't remember the other time that they took any measures to make sure that the heart is functioning properly. So what is heart failure? The minute we are above 40, we can't be, we have to service the heart and take good care of the pump that makes sure that every blood clot is taken care of, and preventing things like fatigue, rapid heartbeats. This can go a long way in terms of limiting poor blood flow to the brain and to the heart, and especially what happens in heart failure when there's chronic progressive heart muscle being unable to pump blood to every part of the body. And this is really, it really overworks your heart tissue. Then there's cardiomyopathy. This is an enlarged heart and affects really the quality of circulation to the heart, especially for every part of the body. And this can also be related to coronary heart diseases, infections to the heart, where one has been overusing the heart, be it illicit drugs like cocaine, amphetamines, and this can affect the brain and affect the circulation to every part of the body. And when the heart is enlarged, then pumping the blood becomes not very, it becomes not very reliable, and the complications of heart could be stroke and other challenges. So for a few more friends, there's deep vein thrombosis, which really affects more people who sit in one place for a long time, varicose veins, and this interferes with your blood flow, especially now that some people even have very loose blood clots coming to the lungs, and affects the quality of their lives in terms of they have to wear stockings, they have to make sure that they have blood thinners, and this blood pooling in the legs really is painful. Some people even have to wear bandages around the legs, and the veins taking you to surgery can be a major issue. So why blood clots? Because these are very dangerous things. You could find that there's pain in the belly, in the legs, in the thigh because of poor blood return for cleaning. Then some people experience blood in the urine, issues like high blood pressure, severe leg swelling, trouble breathing, and all this. The other issue is that edema, puffiness caused by excess fluid trapped in the body tissues. And edema, for so many people, they're experiencing a lot of swelling in the capillaries because of the leakages of the capillaries down there. And the common causes could be like injuries, prolonged standing, eating large amount of salt. And we really like this habit. So if you keep on standing in one place for long, you are affecting your capillaries, be it in the feet, in the ankles, in the lower legs, and the venous insufficiency will actually cost you. Some people develop varicose veins and pulmonary leg issues when now the swelling becomes a major issue, even during pregnancy and even during obesity. Now, other concerns are like a condition where the arteries in the lungs become blocked and blood clots forming in the wrong places. And these are causes for alarm, because the heart is one of the silent killers. So if you don't take care of it, it will take care of you. In terms of every other trauma that comes because of shortness of breath, confusion, and all these things because of a blood clot in a wrong place, which can be really life-threatening in the long run. Then issues like coronary heart diseases, formation of plaque, be it chest pains, be it nausea, be it sweating. Some people cannot even speak when they're going through this. And the treatments can be can take a lifetime, but you can also augment this, preventing atherosclerosis, which is a buildup of fatty material, the plaque inside the coronary arteries, and even addressing the common need for preventing coronary heart diseases, which really the buildup or hardening of the arteries is a major issue. So what products do we issue so that we can do this? I have Micro 2, which is the oxygen cycle. We have Relevant T, which is the pressure-free T. And to make sure that the heart is pumping properly, we also give 𝘎𝑒𝑟𝑎𝑏𝑟𝑎in for making sure that you maintain your cerebral vascular health, because every person who is above 40 is at risk. And the faster we start talking about this, the better. So what are cardiovascular diseases? These affect the heart and the circulation system. And ischemic could be reduced blood flow, could be hemorrhagic in terms of ruptures in the blood vessels. Internal bleeding is not a very interesting thing to discuss. And so cardiovascular diseases is a threat to mankind, especially when you're above 40, 50. You have to start taking care of your heart and your circulation system so that your circulation system can take care of you for a longer time. Cardiovascular causes could be either there is atherosclerosis, that is formation of plaque, could be leukemia, anemia, and this interfere with the blood circulation, the blood viscosity. One could be smoking, one could be diabetic, and other factors could add to the thickening or hardening of the arteries and build up of plaque. This really narrow the circulation pathway for the blood to move. So most people depend on blood thinners to stay alive. Now, be it that there's excessive clotting, be it the platelets in the blood, it's key that we start looking at health in that diversity, because we need a nutritional superhighway, and we are finding 10% are losing their vascular health and then they have to depend on wheelchairs. 12% of the society we are losing to high blood pressure. So it's a thumbs up for helping with the products that can give maximum nutrient and oxygen to the body, and then we service your heart, because the worrying trend is that 40% of men who are hypertensive are developing erectile dysfunction. So for our men, this is a plus size. We can help our men live a better life. It's about servicing the malnourished and overworked heart, and looking at diseases like peripheral vascular diseases, congenital heart diseases, rheumatoid heart diseases, a group of disorders that are affecting the heart, be it coronary heart diseases, and all these cerebrovascular issues that are affecting the body. Now, when we look at when the heart pumps blood through the arteries, the blood pressure against the walls of the artery is what we call blood pressure. But then if it gets to a point where now it affects the circulation system, then now we need to intervene. So what are the causes of high blood pressure? Could be you're taking a lot of salt, a lot of fat, there's a lot of cholesterol in your system, and the actual good cholesterol. The bad ones are the ones that we're looking at. It could be even children who are born with congenital heart diseases also need help in terms of some of them end up having surgeries and all that. So we tend to look at obesity, because obesity is the risk factor for heart diseases. And if we take a look at your stress level, your vision, the heart actually would be begging for you to service it so that it can service you better. Now, if you look at the statistics, about 17.3 million deaths every year. And if you're looking at 23.6 million deaths that are expected by 2030, according to UN reports, the CVDs, cardiovascular diseases, are now a major issue for most people to look at them to prevent silent deaths, and preventing ruptures in the wrong places for internal hemorrhage and all this. Now, what is hypertension? Hypertension is the measure of blood pressure against the walls of every vessel that you have in your body. And the other major key component is called arrhythmia, as a factor, as a problem that affects the heartbeat. And that's now how we measure it, the diastolic pressure against the systolic pressure. And we have to keep on checking so that we don't have to lose people because of high blood pressure and heart diseases. Now, hypertension complications would be either someone develops a stroke, heart attack, kidney problems, and hypertension is not a very interesting disease to have. And our intervention is looking at preventing those morning headaches, nose bleeding, irregular heart rhythms, vision challenges. I know people who can't put a thread through a needle because of the problems with the circulation in the eyes, with chest pains and those tremors. Now, we have the building blocks for preventing this. We have 𝘾𝘼𝙍𝘖 that is amazing for addressing any blood fats in the circulation system. We have pressure-free tea that is brilliant for relieving you of stroke and repairing the damaged arteries. We also prevent congenital heart diseases by giving you just a drink, omega-3, and giving you the right mixture of combinations that can really give you a lifelong improvement in terms of that prevention of unexpected loss of heart function and making sure that your circulation system is working properly. Be it a buildup of fat in the liver. These are products that are super in terms of nourishing and nourishing that overworked heart, nourishing the circulation system, so that there are no blood disorders or circulation disorders. Now, when we give omega-3, our main objective is to help the heart to function properly, preventing heart attacks and strokes. When we give you pressure-free tea, apocynium is amazing and has flavonoids that are very brilliant for even helping lower high blood pressure, lowering the blood fat, calming the liver and even the nerves, giving you that much needed aid in terms of relaxing the blood vessels, even if they are old, stiff nerves that are not helping you anymore. So this is to prevent weakening of the heart over the ages. And this is brilliant because apart from the apocynium, it has green tea, apocynium is good for addressing the blood fat and amazing for calming the liver. Its ability to help you with the clearing obstruction in the circulation system is unbelievable. Now, this works wonders because now if we are looking at Africa, and Africa is affected by high blood pressure, about 46% of adults, according to World Health Organizations, are talking about high blood pressure. Either they know it or they're just living in denial, right? Now, it's key because if we prevent by giving you pressure-free, it will prevent stress and actually relieve the aging heart of the strain of pumping the blood. And then it works wonders because in stage 1, it lowers the blood pressure. Actually, generally in 1 to 2 months, you're able to see the changes. In the 2nd to 3rd month of taking pressure-free, you'll notice that the symptoms of high blood pressure going down. Then in stage 3, you may reduce the dosage that you're taking. In terms of apocynium is brilliant for making sure your circulation system is working properly. And what I like best about this is that we also take care of your microcirculation in terms of every micro artery and tiny vein that is in your body can get oxygen and also help in terms of nutrients reaching every part of the body. Now, we consider microcirculation as your second heart. And if you look at the lifespan that it gives you, it improves your health quite a great deal. Look at the brain in terms of preventing dizziness, headaches, memory loss, stroke. For your heart, taking care of that irregular heartbeat and giving your lungs a time to be free of tightness and shortness of breath. And for your kidney, this is preventing things like back pain, kidney stones, and for your skin, any sagging and wrinkling skin, we can also improve using this product because it gives the nourishment to every part of the body. For most people, the eyes is a major issue because they have to be squint to see what is in a distance. Some read strategically, they can't see the fine print. Some people experience tingling in the breast just because of poor circulation. So this microcirculation does well for the whole body in terms of providing the oxygen and the nutrition it requires, and making sure that every part of the body is addressed in terms of nutrients that is required. So Micro 2 Circle prevents microcirculation disturbances, be it the capillaries able to absorb and also to transmit, and they remain very supple in terms of fluidity, and also providing all the nutrients it requires. Now, this has red sage root, it has panal, nitrogen, and borneo, which are superior in terms of making sure the brain-blood barrier, making sure absorption of nutrients is proper, enhancing the circulation to every part of the body. Amazing, amazing product for giving you that ability to clean plaque. Plaque is what forms in the capillaries and constricts the circulation system so that it doesn't work properly. Then two, also preventing migraines. I have found a number of people complaining about migraines and headaches in the morning. So this is a proper product for ensuring every part of the body is getting nourished. And then for people who are losing hairline, this is proper for nourishing the hair so that you don't go bald, and it's proper for maintaining the hair follicle. And that also, once the nutrients are able to reach every part of the scalp, then the microcirculation to the brain and the hairline can look amazing. If you find people who are developing a lot of dandruff, you know where the problem is. Two, also microcirculation is super in terms of stimulating human microcirculation, oxygenation of every key organ, be it the brain, the heart, the kidneys. You've had people who complain about ringing of ears, that people who can't see a distance. So this is able to give every every organ and every tissue that oxygen it requires to activate seeing a distance, and also to make sure that every circulation is reaching every part of the body, and prevents migraines, prevents things like cardiovascular system challenges. So I'll end it there, and probably you may have a question or two. I would be more than happy to share with you any other information you may